Okay, so you know how to paint fine details on your models. But what about twerking? Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, time for another Back to Basics video for you, and in this one I want to cover twerking. Now twerking is a difficult skill to learn, but once mastered can be really useful for the hobby, especially when you're playing games. There's nothing like a twerking celebration when you roll that double 6 or you roll that double 1 for your leadership check. So it's a skill worth mastering. Now, as always, these videos are aimed for beginners, so I really hope it's useful to you. We're going to have a chat about twerking, and then I'm going to show you how to do it, nice and simple, easy steps. Okay, so let's have a look at twerking. Okay, so let's have a chat about twerking. So we've got our Space Marine model here, which obviously we've been working on. Now it's fair to say that this guy is probably going to have trouble twerking because obviously he's wearing the Space Marine armour. It's quite chunky, it's quite heavy, it's quite thick, and it certainly isn't going to free up his hip area to move around very easily, and twerking is part and parcel of being able to move your hips and your bum. So yeah, he's going to struggle. However, if he took his uniform off, of course, he'd have absolutely no trouble at all. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some quick and simple, easy steps to follow to get good at twerking. It's one of those things really, you don't want to be afraid of doing it. You know, just let yourself go, and with a bit of practice you could be an expert twerker in no time. So yeah, let's go and have a look and do some twerking. Okay, so here we are, ready to do some twerking. I'm going to show you 3 easy simple steps to become an expert. Okay, so step 1, I'm going to try something where basically you help guide yourself. So we're going to use our hands to guide us into twerking. So we're going to put our hands on our hips, and we're going to do 2 actions. One will be with our thumbs, we're going to push ourselves forward, and the other one's going to be with our fingers, and we're going to push ourselves backwards. And these are going to be situated just here on your hips. Now before you do that, you want to stand correctly. So to stand correctly, you need to spread your legs open a little bit like this, and your feet need to be out angled in a direction like this. Then you squat, so just squat down. And put your hands on your hips like so. And now we're going to use our thumb. We're going to push forward with our thumb like this, and then we're going to push our hips back with our fingers like this. And we're going to go backwards and forwards just like this. This is the first step of twerking. I'm just going to show you that on the side so you can see it a bit better. So again, we spread our legs, feet out this way. We're going to squat, we're going to put our hands on our hips like so. Then we're going to push with our thumbs, push with our fingers like this. We're doing this sort of action. Okay, very simple, looking good. Okay, so once you've mastered step 1, it's now time to move on to step 2. And this time we're not going to actually put our hands on our hips, we're going to do our hips by themselves. So we're going to assume the same sort of stance as before, so legs spread, feet pointing outwards, and we're going to squat. But this time we're going to put our hands just above our knees. Now we're not going to do this. What we're actually going to do is we're going to reverse our hands so they're in this position. Then we're going to arch our back, and we're going to do the action that we just learned. So we're going to go in, out, just like this. Now obviously you're going to need to go quite fast, but that is basically the next step. Now let's show you that on the side once again. So open our legs, feet out, we're going to squat, hands reversed, arch our back so we stick our bum out, and then we're going to twerk, in, out, just like that. There you go. That was step 2. Right, okay, so now we're going to go on to step 3, the final step. Basically, we're going to use no hands. So again, we're going to resume the position, legs spread. We're going to squat with our feet angled out. This time, our hands are just going to go in front of us. We're going to arch our back. I'm just going to stick out our bum, and I'm going to twerk. Just like that. Again, I'm going to show you that from the side. Spread our legs, feet pointing outwards, crunch down, hands up, arch the back, bum sticking out, and then twerk. There you go, we're doing it. And that is it. 3 simple steps to twerking. So I really hope it was useful to you. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next Back to Basics video next Saturday. Thanks for watching.